My mother's best friend turned me into a Schmeck slave. Now I'm addicted and I'm finding it difficult to stop. I said Schmecks because of, TikTok restriction. I meant XCX. So for the sake of this story, so TikTok doesn't flag this video, we're gonna say Schmecks. I'm a 19-year-old girl who's based in Abuja, but I'm from Kogi State. I live with my mother's best friend. For the sake of this story, let's call my mother's best friend Aunt Lydia. I remember that evening, I think I was around 12 years old, when my mother called me and told me that from this moment on, I'm gonna have to live with her best friend because she couldn't continue to further my education because of funds, because of money. So my mother begged me and asked me that whatever Aunt Lydia tell me to do, that I should do it. I should remember where I'm coming from, those kind of motherly talk, and I should try to be a good girl so that Aunt Lydia can further my education. When my mother told me this thing, I didn't really understand what she was saying, but I knew deep down in me that I felt sad. So that evening, I packed my bag and Aunt Lydia came for me, and I followed Aunt Lydia to her house in Kogi State. So the next day, we headed for Abuja. Fast forward to a week later, after we arrived at Abuja, Aunt Lydia took me to a private school and enrolled me there. During the weekdays, I'm at school, and during the weekend, I'm always in a shop helping her. Aunt Lydia has a very big supermarket, a very big supermarket store in Abuja, and she's a rich lady. But I noticed one thing: the people that work for Aunt Lydia, 90% of them are female. I happen to be the only one that live with Aunt Lydia directly in her house, while the other female have workers' quarters. Sometimes these female come, stay the night, and they go. Me, on the other hand, I have my room in Aunt Lydia's house. So I'm downstairs and Aunt Lydia is upstairs. I'm not gonna lie, Aunt Lydia has been a very good person to me. I see her as a mother figure. So anything she asks me to do, I do them without hesitation. Now, this is where it all gets tricky. For the first 2 years that I arrived at Aunt Lydia's place, everything was good, everything was normal, everything was great. During the time there is school, I go to school, and in the evening when I'm back, I go to a supermarket to help. Then during the holiday period, I'm always at a supermarket helping. At home, I do the washing, I do the cleaning. Although she have maid, but I still help in do 1 or 2 errands in the house until I turned 14 and things started moving somehow. One particular evening, Aunt Lydia came back from her business as usual, and she sat in the living room and she called me and asked how was my day, how was school. I told her it's fine because I was so comfortable with Aunt Lydia. I saw her as a mother figure, and given that I've lived with her for 2 years, there has not been any suspicious activity. So she called me and we sat down in the living room and she was asking, how was your day, my dear? She was touching my hand, how was your day, my dear, my child? I'm like, school, I do call her mommy, yes. Like, mommy, everything, school was fine. And she was just asking, she was like, okay, no, wala. Then she now told me later that evening that she'll come to her room, that there's something she wants us to talk about. Mind you, I was 14 years old. So that evening, I went into Aunt Lydia's room and she asked me to take off my shirt, that she wanted to check something. In my mind, I thought maybe she just wanted to do 1 or 2 observations as like a mother to a child. So Aunt Lydia was just touching my chest, and she was like, you are becoming a woman, I like she was just touching it. I felt a little bit uncomfortable, but I didn't see it as a big deal because I felt okay, she's a mother figure, she's a motherly figure, so she's doing what every mother is supposed to do. She said, oh, your chest is so peckish and so round, I like it, and she asked me to put on my clothes. From that day onward, Aunt Lydia kept calling me into her room and she kept touching, my chest. According to her, she said she needed to give me massage so that I don't feel pain. She went ahead to make me believe this story, that if you are not massaged in that area, that's the chest area, that at some point in time, you start feeling pain. So she kept on massaging me. According to her, she kept on massaging me, and she did it to the point that I started feeling comfortable. I felt that was how it's supposed to be. So this act of Aunt Lydia, of her massaging my chest, continued until I turned 16. When I turned 16, Aunt Lydia threw a birthday party for me. I felt so honored. I felt so happy because I've never celebrated my birthday in my life before. I invited some of my classmates and some of the co-workers from my store. She celebrated my birthday. She prayed for me and told me welcome into adulthood, welcome into womanhood. I felt so happy. I felt so happy until that birthday night, that the night of my birthday, of my 16th birthday party. Everybody has eaten, everybody has drank, and everybody has left. Aunt Lydia called me into her room and she started giving me lectures and was telling me, now that you're a 16-year woman, do you know what Schmeck is? Do you know what this is? Do you know that? She went ahead to ask me that, what do I understand about same-sex relationship and all those things. I told her that ordinarily what I understand is man and woman, and she was like, it's not only man and woman, there are other things that you can do. And for the first time, that was when Aunt Lydia told me to lie down on the bed, that she wanted to show me something. I lay down on the bed. Of course, I was uncomfortable, but at the same time, I could not talk because this is my auntie. This is somebody that I see as a motherly figure, and I felt she could not hurt me. That was when Auntie Lydia started touching my down there. Started touching my reproductive organ. I was asking me questions. How do you feel here? How do you feel here? I remember she brought out something that felt like gelish kind of thing. And God, this story is so sensitive, guys, but I'm gonna say it regardless. I remember she brought out gelish something and she was caressing that down part of my area. It felt uncomfortable at first, but at the same time it started becoming nice. I started liking it, and that act continued. Yes, from that day I turned 16 till I could remember till I turned 18 till currently as we speak, as I'm 19, until Lydia has continued that act on me. And I know you'll be asking me, what about my mother? My mother came. Yeah, she came subsequent time to visit me, and she asked me how am I doing. I said I'm fine, I'm good. I couldn't have the courage in me to tell my mother. So now that I'm 19, there's nothing and Lydia has not done to me, and Lydia has used me to practice different kind of things that I'm not even proud to talk about. She has used different toys on me. She will strap it in herself and she will use it on me. According to her, she's preparing me for womanhood. Yes, she has used different toys on me. She has done different things on me. She has done different styles on me that now I am addicted to it. I find myself craving and wanting it. Even when she travels, sometimes I'll call her and ask her, when are you coming back? In the public eye, we are like mother and daughter. But between me and Aunt Lydia, we know that the relationship that we have is way beyond mother and daughter. I can call this an addiction because me and Aunt Lydia, we have schmecks every single day. The only time we don't do this thing is when I am on my monthly flow. And again, I have admission to go to the university. I already have admission. I already gained admission. But I don't want to go because I feel I'll be far from Aunt Lydia. When I'm far from her, I won't be able to engage in the whole thing. I like it when we do it. When we're in the act, I like it when we do it. But after we are done, there's this feeling of guilt. There's this feeling of regret and me being uncomfortable that comes after we are done. I am not attracted to women. I like men, of which men has been asking me out. I mean, I'm 19, but I like what is going on between me and Aunt Lydia. That's the sexual affair that's going on between me and her. Although I want to stop. And my mother, on the other hand, will never think that her friend can do such a thing to me, because even if I try to talk to my mother will not believe. How will I open my mouth? How can I open my mouth and tell my mother that from the very age of 14, Aunt Lydia has been having sexual affair with me? Please, guys, I want to stop this whole thing that is going on between me and her. On the other hand, if I tell Aunt Lydia that I want to stop, I know she will disown me, given that she's the one that has been taking care of me, that is training me in school. If I tell her that I want to stop this admission that I gain into the university, I'm sure for a fact that she will not train me again. Please, I need your help. I need you guys' advice on how I can stop this whole sexual affair and sexual relationship that is going on between me and my mother's best friend. This story is from one of our followers, guys. Please tell her what you think. As for me, I'm going to start by saying I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Find a way to tell your mother. Yes, I know your mother might not believe it because, I mean, she trusts her best friend and all of those stuff. If you can get an evidence to show your mother that this is what Aunt Lydia has been doing to you right from the age of 14, please do. And also seek therapy. Move away from Aunt Lydia as far as possible. If it's to go to school, seek admission, move away from her as far as possible and tell her that you're no longer interested. And you telling her, chances of her withdrawing from her sponsorship and her taking care of you is likely going to happen. But trust me, honey, you'll be fine. And also pray about this whole situation. Okay, that's all I have to say. If you guys have anything to tell her in the comment section, please let her know. Please be gentle with your words. You're just a child that started experiencing this thing. Please be gentle with your words. If you have any advice to tell her, words of encouragement, please let her know. To share a story with me, please send me a DM or to send me a message to email on my bio, and I'll see you guys in my next story time.